Man,
We
you know,
are live.
well, yeah, we're live. I mean, we are going here. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's a
uh
it's a day late and a dollar short, but we needed that extra day, I think.
what we did. I did not have the best night before and fucked up my whole Friday, but we're here today. We're gonna talk about the Indiana State Sanatorium, which is a fucking amazing location. Uh, season 4, episode 1. This is amazing, bro.
I know.
I,
Change. Did you hear
it's
that one?
uh
That's strange. You're not hearing my ghosted.
Yeah, you remember that happened 2 weeks ago. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it does that to you. Right, like I said, you're having the problem I had at the beginning of season 3.
Yeah. It's weird. But yeah, it's coming through my headset. Let's switch it. But anyway, Indiana State Sanatorium. I
Yeah.
got to say though, season 3 ended with a bang. That tournament was awesome.
Oh, dude. So good.
But I am absolutely ready for this.
Yeah.
What do you say? Let's get the intro rolling and get going.
Yeah, you might want to turn your mic on instead of coming through your computer, though.
That's probably what's going on.
Oh, sure. Now he tells me.
Sorry, I was just enjoying the conversation, Dave.
I was just enjoying the low volume from Dave because usually he's a loud motherfucker. But
demon.
Yeah, demon. Or I'm a demon.
Hey, I heard that.
You heard that? See? Because
yours says demon, mine says there's 5. I'm like, Jesus.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised with this place, but yeah, let's get the intro going and talk about it.
Absolutely.
Cool. Here we go.
Welcome in, everyone. Man, to season 4, episode 1. What an amazing thing to say. I am your host for Ghost, John Watkins. Of course, everybody knows and loves the host with the most, Mr. David Lowe. How are we doing tonight, Dave?
I'm feeling like I chased a fart through a knothole backwards, but other than that, I think we can make it through.
Yeah, we're going on a night that we don't normally go on. The sickness has hit me a little bit the last couple of weeks. We've had to go on some
how are you
and postpone it at night so we can get through it.
He's not doing well.
Yeah. Friday yesterday
was not a good
day.
He's not doing well. I'm gonna repeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got down with the sickness.
Yeah, it's hanging on too, like fucking a Bon Jovi song.
It's my life. It's now. No.
Oh,
shit. My dog just jumped up on me.
Gonna live forever.
And my dog just ran off. He's like, "Oh hell no, I can't do that.
I can't do the spirits of spirits karaoke. We can't do it.
Can't do spirits to spirits karaoke."
But man, we are talking about. I mean, it's kind of weird because people don't know. Dave sends me tons of shit throughout the weeks, whether it be videos that we're going to be reviewing or for the Patreon or just locations. He's like, man, did you check this place out, man? Like he sends like 3 or 4 of them at a time. It's like, dude, I can only check out one at a time. Chill out, Dave. Calm down. He's like, but this place is fucking amazing. They're all fucking amazing, Dave.
Well, they're mainly for my benefit because I'm like, I could text them to my wife, but she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, no, I get it.
But it's so I have them written down so I can go back and go, okay, now what the hell sites was I looking at before? Because I'm getting old and the senility is rolling in. I'm getting
This is strange.
It is strange. It feels kind of weird. But yeah, this was one of the sites. Now,
one of the sites.
Before we get started, have you heard about this mess that's going on in Miami?
Dude. Okay, all right. Current event shit. Let's get it out the way.
Again.
I think it has to be said. I mean, this is something that we could say for
this was really crazy. So like I watched what was happening live on TikTok when it happened. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And it's a video of a guy shooting the whole entire police force surrounding this mall. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna watch this. This is probably something stupid. I'm not seeing anything. And then I turn on the news to see if there's any, like, I'm thinking mass shooting, and it's like, oh no, not another one. No, oh God, who's this crazy bastard now? And there's nothing on the news at all. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I mean, I checked them all. I Newsmax, Fox, CNN, CBS News, NBC News. I was checking them all, but nobody's talking about this.
Nope. Yeah.
It was really crazy, and I'm like, what's this? I scroll through TikTok some more, and there's another one. I'm like, and it's just guys go, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on. There's like 1 or 2 helicopters flying around. That's about it.
Human
But like,
pain.
I mean, it was crazy. And then the even crazier part is like, you see all these people running away, but there's no video being taken. Like, no, I don't know if like cell phones were confiscated coming out. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But they're talking maybe alien dimensional beings being in this place, because their whole thing was like, oh, there's a bunch of kids fighting with sticks. I'm like, really? The whole police force showed up?
Fireworks, yeah. 120 cars, 120 police cars show up at a mall in Miami, and they closed it. They closed the mall. They closed the area. They confiscated everybody's phones that was inside the mall.
Yeah.
So the only vantage point you have is from outside, and basically all you see are police cars just lining the street.
I did see an interesting TikTok. You know how you can't necessarily you have to take TikTok with a grain of salt, right? But the guy's like, my dad works for,
I saw that one too,
sheriff department, and he calls his dad on FaceTime. I was like, no, I can't talk about it.
I can't talk about it.
He's like, well, what can't you talk about? He's like,
I can't talk about it.
He's like, I know what you're talking about, but I can't talk about it. He's like, well, what can't you talk about? It's like, what part of I can't talk about it? Don't you understand?
I can't talk about it. He goes, well, people are saying it's sticks and stuff like, and kids with sticks and fireworks. And he's like, yeah, I can't talk about it. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I can't talk about it.
Right.
He's trying to get me fired. But it's crazy because like I've seen a couple videos where they're like, oh, big giant, 10-foot tall creature, and I'm looking, I'm like, no, that looks like 3. It really does look like 3 guys walking next to each other. I could see 3 separate sets of feet walking when they zoomed into it. Now there's actually a one that was really clear where it really does look like 3 people walking. I was like, I don't know about alien there. I think he caught something that's not really quite right. But
yeah, I don't know. But one video that I saw that leaked on TikTok was basically a guy filmed himself afterwards, and he's like, guys, he was said, I was seeing 8 to 10 foot creatures that were going through the mall and then jumping in and out of portals. Like they were walking into a portal, disappearing, coming out in another spot. And
pathetic.
Like all over, maybe it's pathetic. I don't know. But, and then there's another one where this kid was like, oh yeah, I saw these kids fighting over on the side. And I'm like, okay, the police told you to say that. because he was the only one that interviewed on the news
Yeah.
of what was going on. I was like, okay, I was tripping. I'm like, what is going on? And yeah, I'm seeing these really distorted like aerial shots where they're trying to zoom in and saying what appears to be an alien walking back and forth in front of the vehicles.
Yeah,
I don't know. But what I do know is what they're saying doesn't make sense.
No, it's very weird, right? I mean, to do the whole I mean, they're just missing the fucking National Guard there. I mean, it was
that Bill? Was that Bill?
Yeah.
Did I just say Bill?
Bill just came through, man.
Bill, son of a three-nipple goat. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, came in,
I
called
mean,
us pathetic and bounced out.
yeah, I'm out. See ya. But
yeah, it's very crazy. I don't know what to think about that yet.
He's still here.
No, he's still
What's going on, my brother? It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, yes, man. It's been a while. I mean, I like how he pops in just every now and then. It's crazy. Bill's busy though. Bill's a busy guy.
Yeah, he's a busy man. But yeah, Bill just pops in, calls us pathetic, walks out. I don't care. As long as you throw a like down, I appreciate it.
Behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, but that whole thing was just fucking crazy. The whole thing was just
he's like busy. But yeah, if I get slapped on my head, I'm gonna be mad. I just picked up or you just put down what I picked up. But anyway, yeah, I was like, I don't know what happened in Miami. I don't know what the deal is, but what I can say is that what the police are saying doesn't make sense.
No. What they're coming that's like seeing an alien and saying it was fucking, swamp fog. It just
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's saying, it was a weather balloon. It's not, they're making it so ridiculous that I guess they're making us think, okay, then it can't be what we think it is. It can't be aliens. It can't be creatures. But yeah, extra dimensional beings or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But something happened at the mall in Miami to require the entire police force to show up, black helicopters flying over the mall, and they evacuated.
There was no news helicopters.
It was no fly zone. They had black helicopters everywhere. Yeah, you had the footage that they got from a distance. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Please go. They kicked everybody out.
Yeah,
they confiscated everybody's phones. Nobody was allowed to film.
There were some weird videos of the sky that night surrounding in Miami too as well. So I don't know. Yeah, it could have been aliens. I'm not sure. Oh, Emmett's over here on the Instagram. He asked, "Do you guys believe in UFOs?" Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
I've seen a UFO, so I definitely believe.
I'm right there with Dave on that. Seen it, believe it. Yeah. Free donuts. That could, Bill has.
That could have thrown him. I'd have gone.
Dunkin' Donuts or Cinnabon or something might have been offering some free donuts to the police force.
Cream. I'd be
Thomas.
Yeah, or Thomas. I don't know.
It's very weird. Dover's on here on the YouTube, but it says we have no one watching on the YouTube. It's very weird.
I know. It's odd.
Sometimes
it does that though. It doesn't. It'll show we have somebody on there, and then all of them will be gone. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And because I know
it must be someone with StreamYard or something. Who knows?
Yeah, where they just can't register it.
Yeah, ghosting. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening, Bill. It's ghosting us. But no, so something weird happened in Miami. Do I know for sure what happened there? I don't know. I'm gonna hold my opinion until some more things come out. But I'm wholeheartily with you. There's something that's not adding up from what the police saying, what's happening, and whatever videotapes that have come out and what people are saying online. It's John Doe Jekyll joined the Instagram. Nice.
Bye.
What's up, Jeff? That's Jeff.
Jeff. What's going on, Jeff? So we got Emmett and Jeff on Instagram. Oh, look, and now it says we have people watching on YouTube.
Well, I thought maybe if I went on, because I went on there
Oh,
YouTube, so I figured it would change the algorithm a little bit, reset it.
sure did. It's very crazy, very crazy happenings in Miami. Again, there's something doesn't match up. And oh, spicy, what's going on, Corey?
Reed?
Shit,
That's
had it
Reed.
wrong still.
That's Reed. That's not Corey.
God damn it! I thought I was gonna get it too. I was very confident in my what's up too. God damn it! What's up, Reed? What's up, Reed? Shit. No, it's Corey. Who is it? Fuck. Now I don't know again.
Reed.
All right,
Reed is spicy and Corey is Wilkie.
You're just spicy and Wilkie. I'm giving up.
Now,
I am
see, now we
giving
got
up.
4 on. Now we got 4 on. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
So all right, but yeah, I was like, I definitely wanted to mention it. More on this as it develops, because I'm gonna keep following this.
I'm gonna keep following
and-
this. I think something's
see what comes out of it. Oh well, no wonder. What's up?
my wife.
Hey,
Get off my
John,
wife's
this is
account,
Andy,
Eddie.
you're okay. No, he said no butt stuff,
No butt stuff, not even by the aliens.
but my dog wants butt stuff because he's expecting to be scratched, so I'm scratching his butt because he's like, "Hey, come here, scratch my butt."
Scratch my butt.
Gnocchi.
Very weird happenings happen in Miami. Definitely worth mentioning. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. Hopefully you guys are going to do the same. I think that this is something interesting. And they said 2024 might be the year that,
Be quiet.
first contact, you know what I mean? So not going to be quiet. They said possibly 2024 might be first contact year. So who knows what's going on? Maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. It would make sense with the whole police force showing up. And the interesting thing, not a shot fired.
No,
Not a single shot fired. Very crazy things happening over in Miami.
So it says Miami. So I'm reading an article here. It says Miami cops shut down rumors of 10-foot tall alien at a shopping mall. It says there are no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. The department confirmed Friday. Speculation was ignited after video circulating online seemingly captured a massive figure strolling outside Bayside Marketplace shopping mall in downtown Miami and was surrounded by dozens of police cruisers with their lights flashing. But the truth behind the grainy zoomed in footage taken from several stories above is much less otherworldly. Police in Miami have shut down online rumors that an alien had invaded the South Florida city on New Year's Day. Let's see. The police department shut down rumors. It is a shadow of a person walking. If you look at the beginning of the clip, you can see the person at the bottom of the shadow.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too. If there was any creature, myself and other officers would have had our handgun, rifle, and shotgun out while we were hiding behind our cars.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that statement too.
I
mean,
agree with that statement
I
too.
just don't think they're being
I don't
truthful about what happened there.
Yeah, they're not being truthful. But
Marvin joined the Insta. What's up, brother?
Bad.
And my love finally saying hi, guys, not calling me gay.
yeah, well, it's not Andy this time. So, but yeah, I don't know. This is it's weird. There's, I don't know. It's all lies are made up of 80% truth. So you got to kind of weed that out and figure out what the actual truth is.
Like
and
I
it's
said,
just, it can't be a bunch of kids fighting with sticks and fireworks, because that wouldn't have warranted that kind of police presence.
No.
And there's no actual real good footage to suggest that there's any type of alien or cryptid or anything like that in the area.
Yeah.
So bomb threat, something like that. If it was a bomb threat or a terrorist action, or
news would be all over that shit.
News would be all over that, and it would be truthful, hostage situation or whatever. They would have had that everywhere. So it's got to be something they want to hide.
Yeah.
There are that many people there. Don't you think there would have been more cell phone vids that would have been Yeah, they said that they confiscated
Be
all the cell
careful.
phones in the area.
Yeah. Yeah. They said they
Um,
literally said the police confiscated all the cell phones from the people that were running away and getting kicked out of the mall. The
Yeah.
only cell phone footage were from people up in the high rise
yeah, from
apartments.
the high-rise apartments across the street.
Yeah. So it
So,
was
so
very
Reed,
weird.
Reed, what we're talking about is something that's hit the news specifically on TikTok or YouTube or something like that, because it's not showing on regular network news, where supposedly 8 to 10 foot alien beings were spotted inside a mall in Miami, and everybody's got different stories about it. So
Oh, yeah.
it's current news coverage. Something's going on. We don't know what it is. We haven't been able to debunk it yet, but there's
Yeah.
nothing that proves that it was actually what the
We just
conspiracy theorists are saying.
yeah.
Because
Believe
some
there's
people are saying,
more
I don't
to what is being said. The cops
yeah,
aren't telling us what really happened, and the people aren't catching what really happened. So it's very hard to make an opinion or have a really discussion about what happened there because just the information's not out.
yeah.
So keep an eye on it, check it out. I'm pretty sure you'll see videos on YouTube about it. You'll see videos on TikTok and all that good stuff about it. The local news, I think, is like Dave just read an article from the local news that picked it up. But like, I don't know, very crazy thing happened in Miami 2 days ago or a day ago, 2 days ago, Thursday. I think it's happened Thursday.
Yeah, it said it happened New Year's Day.
Oh, New
So
Year's Day. That's right. It was New Year's Day. So Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Um,
Very, very interesting things happening over there in Miami. Oh, my cousin Haley's on. Nice to see you, Haley, coming on the Instagram.
good. We're getting some good hits on Instagram. I'm actually happy with doing the live on that and dropping Twitter, because we don't know anything. We don't know who's on Twitter.
Yeah. But yeah, weird thing happened. But
Yeah,
tonight we're gonna
Tonight.
start off season 4 with
With
Indiana State Sanatorium.
yeah,
Prison. Who is she?
Might have felt like prison to some,
Sacrifice.
kind of like a prison,
and
because they
yeah,
actually
some people might have been
did
sacrificed there.
might have been sacrifices there. But the Indiana State Sanatorium came across my purview when Destination Fear hit it in season 3, and
Yeah.
they were the first paranormal group to hit the location. There was no history about it. There was no
Oh.
sightings, no hauntings, no nothing. They were the first people to go, and now they actually run, like, you can come in there and do a private paranormal investigation for the
10
low
p.m. to 5
price
a.m.
of $700 for the weekday,
Yeah,
or
$1,000 on the
$1,000
weekend.
Yeah.
1,000 on the weekend,
So
700 or
I don't
750.
mind going there on a Wednesday. It's, everything's a 3-hour drive from you, right? So we can just
Yeah, just
we
right,
can just
right
head
over there,
over.
bro.
We can just head right over to Indiana.
It might be about 5 Indiana. Just take 70 across and hop up, I-9, and we'll be right there.
Yeah, we'll be right
But no,
there. Stop by the Sally House on the way.
Yeah.
This is strange.
It is strange, but we're gonna get to it. But yeah, so when the Destination Fear guys went in there, I mean, they got like shit happened. They were like, it was crazy, bro. So I was like, dude, we've got to talk about this location. And I sent this to you like last year.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, we got to talk about this, because I'd never heard of it.
Yeah,
but
because you're like, dude, have you heard about Indiana State Sanatorium? I'm like, yeah, I watched Destination Fear.
yeah, but then
I know what
all of a
you're
sudden I was seeing other investigations of it.
Yeah,
And
there's quite a few, and I watched one earlier today, which was fucking crazy. Which
no,
I
those are not the type of aliens apparently we are allowing.
we are letting in. I think he went political on us. Okay.
Yeah, he did.
But no, it's I watched one, and I mean, it was crazy because a person that joined the investigation team, I was not expecting to be on there, Matt Rife, which I was like, what the fuck, Really? He went on a paranormal investigation. I guess he's been on a couple now.
Yeah, he's
But
been on a couple. Yeah, I've seen him on a few.
yeah,
Thomas.
so
And I think
kinda cool.
one was the Sally House.
I think so.
I think he went to the Sally House because they wanted him to go to the basement
yeah,
of the Sally House, and before he did, he had to sign a waiver
yeah,
saying that he wasn't going to sue if
yeah.
he gets
She's like,
arrested. So
like
he
you gotta
goes,
sign a waiver. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very interesting seeing him on there because I know it's kind of weird because I saw the preview for what you were talking about there of the Sally House, but I thought that was like his first one type thing, and then I found this video from
Yeah, I
year
think it
and
was
a
like
half.
his third or fourth. Yeah. He's actually pretty into the paranormal. He actually talks about that on his stand-up. So he's like, hey, anybody, see a ghost or anybody talk to ghosts or something like that. And he's actually done that on some of his stand-ups. I mean, I know
Oh.
he's been canceled on TikTok now because of his
Not
opening.
cancel with me because I find that dude fucking hilarious, bro.
Dude, I love him, bro. I think he's cool.
Stand-up. I think he's a really good stand-up comedian, and he's great working a stand-up comedian when working the room. God, he's a
Yeah.
great room worker. God,
Yeah, no, he's great. He's
one-liners.
great at improv. He's great with hecklers.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
He's
so good.
really quick on his feet with the
Yeah, very quick-witted guy,
very quick-witted guy.
funnier and shit. He does, and I feel him. He doesn't care about your feelings.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about your feelings. If you can't take a joke, don't watch him. That's basically that should be just about for every comedian out there.
We've got Mr. and Mrs. Caveman in the house.
All right, what's going on,
Open
guys?
it.
Job.
Matt Ripe, I quite enjoy the guy. I really do. I think he's fucking hilarious.
It's cool.
Definitely
Now,
not.
I did not see the show where he was at Indiana State.
I watched it, and these guys.
You are the biggest specular on the planet, Caveman. I swear to God.
They open up. They bring in 13 Dibbit boxes into this place.
Yeah, I think that's just dumb.
I didn't agree with that. I didn't with the Ouija board. With the Ouija board, I was,
dude.
No. I mean, I'm all about the paranormal and getting evidence and investigating places. That's beyond a whole new that's like, hey, let's open up a bunch of demons and let them loose in this place.
Let's let them loose in this place. Now, see, there's three things that I walk away from as soon as I see them: guns, cockroaches, and Ouija boards.
And Ouija boards.
Somebody pulls out a Ouija board, I'm like, fuck that, I'm out. I don't no, because they, ghosts are not who's waiting on the other end of that line. The ones that are the ones that are
It's
waiting,
warm.
the ones that are waiting to talk to you are not good.
No, they're good. Yeah.
I'm glad you think it's warm. I've got my fire going, so the house is pretty warm tonight.
Nice. Or John in a thong.
Or John in a thong.
I might walk away from that one too.
I might walk. You can't unsee that. I can't tell you that I haven't seen that.
That'll burn into your retinas, bro.
That'll burn. Yeah,
that's like staring at the sun. You know how to do that?
No.
I don't care if the moon's in front of it or not.
No, the moon's behind it, bro.
Neil.
John in a thong, the moon's in the back.
The moon's in the back. No, it's gotta be in split, Dave. It's gotta be in a split.
2 moons in the sky.
There's 2 moons, bro. Yeah, me in a thong, not good. I would not look good on a European beach. I'm just telling you.
I don't need to wear something that goes there on purpose. I spend enough time trying to pull underwear out of my butt. I don't need anything that goes there on purpose. No, thank you.
No. I can't watch Joe's Apartment because the ghosts.
No, I can't watch that movie. And they talk. That's even
talking animals for Dave. Now he's got talking roaches.
Roaches, no. I sit in the back, just like in the fetal position. Pay attention to how I bait these guys. Oh, okay. I see how it is, Bill.
All right. Yeah, Bill loves it.
I know.
Bill, I love when you come on. What? So, all right, Dave, getting back to Indiana State Sanatorium, not sanitariums, difference. Uh, before we get into the history here, is there something? What stood out to you? Because I know watching this episode on Destination Fear is what's like. You sent me the message right away.
Mhm.
Like, this is the place we have to talk about. What stood out to you to send that message? What made you go, dude, we got to talk about this place?
It was the, because generally when you watch a paranormal investigation show, there are rare
Rarely.
occasions where you actually see apparitions,
Yes, very, yeah.
right?
It is
Very
a rare.
rarely. I mean,
Unlike
usually
what TikTok might make you believe, it is rare
unlike what
that
TikTok-
you get.
This is strange.
It is strange. It's a rare thing to actually see an apparition on
Yeah.
camera during a paranormal investigation. I mean, sometimes they're like, "Oh man, I saw this figure and it was just off camera and I can't catch it." They caught shit like when they first showed up
Oh, dude.
on the property.
The shadow figure behind Chelsea when they're doing the alone.
They got the thermal in the
thermal hit
building.
in
They
the
got
building,
the
the
shadow
window.
figure in the tunnel. They got there. It was apparition after apparition after apparition, and intelligent responses talking to them, telling them where to go and where not to go.
Yeah.
It was like a whole brand new experience for these entities that were at this location because nobody had been there
No.
to talk to
No,
them.
not since
And all of a sudden
2011
these
when it
guys
closed
show
down.
up and they're listening. They're like, "Oh, hey, go upstairs," or "Hey, don't go downstairs." And
Yeah.
they were like, it was intelligent responses. Most I'd ever seen on a paranormal investigation. Usually you get a lot of EVPs and stuff. There was a lot of direct.
You are
voice.
funny.
Thanks. I'm funny, I guess.
All right.
But that's
One of us
what did it for me was the amount of visual evidence that they captured their first time out. And it just it seems like a great spot.
Well, Dave, before we break into how haunted this place is, I think we need to take a look at the history.
We need to take a look at the history.
We need to find out why this place became so haunted.
Yeah. So yeah, let's take a look at the history of the Indiana State Sanatorium. Check this out.
3.
The history of the Indiana State Sanatorium goes back to 1905, when the state of Indiana appointed a committee to investigate the need for a state-run tuberculosis institution. The committee must have found that need because in 1907, the state legislature appropriated $250,000 toward buying a site, and a second committee was appointed to find a location for the institute. In 1909, the decision on a location was determined to be a 504-acre plot just east of Rockville, Indiana. A second funds request was approved, enough to build a hospital, administration building, powerhouse, and 2 pavilions, one for the men and one for the women. The main ward had outdoor porches spanning the entire length of the building in order to provide the maximum amount of sun and fresh air to its patients. And so this was when the Indiana State Sanatorium, or sometimes called the Indiana Tuberculosis Hospital, was opened. By 1911, the property had a farm and workers, making the sanatorium completely self-sufficient. A school was added in 1918, plus adding a superintendent's quarters, and 2 bungalows for physicians in 1922. A covered bridge was added in 1913 to move coal across Little Raccoon Creek. The bridge collapsed by 2009, but was rebuilt and relocated to a public road. Further changes were made in the sanatorium's history. In 1950, a chapel and a 5-floor residence hall called Adams Hall were erected. Tuberculosis was a horrible disease, and they felt they needed more beds for their patients. What fell, though, was the number of patients in the late 1950s. A treatment and cure was presented which eliminated the need for such hospitals. As a result, the Indiana State Sanatorium, and its 120,000 square feet had to close its doors in 1968. The site remained abandoned until the mid-1970s, when private investors and the state proposed to repurpose the site as an assisted living facility. They replaced the tuberculosis ward with a modern new complex, and the Lee Allen Bryant Healthcare Facility opened its doors in 1978. They were plagued by a lack of patients from the start, so the state transferred patients from mental institutions to the facility. This resulted in a mixture of patients deemed as mentally ill with those in need of assisted living. This mix led to a lot of negative attention toward the facility. There were many accounts of accidents at the facility, which were the result of mistreatment and ill conduct to the patients. One such incident was in 2006, when a patient reportedly went missing, only to find his body in the woods, hanging from a tree. And in 2009, when an employee shot a coworker in the powerhouse and then turned the gun on himself. They eventually lost their license in 2011 and then suddenly closed their doors in 2012, leaving hospital equipment and patient files as if they just disappeared from existence. And speaking of mental health, we at Spirits with Spirits are committed to review this site to find out if it is truly haunted, or if we're the ones who should be committed.
This place.
I was like, did I stun you? Do I need to?
This place. So this was literally considered
Where are you?
the place to go get cured at for tuberculosis. So it was
Yeah.
crazy. There was a waiting list to get in here. But the funny thing is, when it first opened up for tuberculosis, it was a take care of yourself type of place. 80% of the patients fucking died.
Yeah. No. Well, and that's still really good. But they fudged their numbers. See, they were like, oh, we got the best survival rate of 20% in the country. So people were banging down the doors trying to get there. But the truth is, they fudged their numbers and they only took patients that they felt could recover.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy that how many
And
people have died
Bill
there.
said it right here. He said tuberculosis seems to be the cause of many haunted locations. Just take a look at how many haunted facilities there are in the United States. And yeah, that's because these people just went there to die. There was no cure at the time for tuberculosis.
Bill, you're right there at Penhurst. You got Waverly Hills
How
out
are
there.
Waverly Hills is a big example. Caveman says Mammoth Cave National Park in central Kentucky is the home to the world's largest known cave system. The system of chambers and subterranean passageways reflects the park's extensive and varied history. That's cool. 1849, Louisville, Kentucky, who suffered from tuberculosis, purchased the Mammoth Cave property for $10,000 at a time when minimal medical knowledge or treatments existed. Yeah, that was the thing. They did experiments because they didn't know what to do. So they did experiments on people in all
the sun cures you, right?
Yeah,
the sun cures you. Just sit out in the sun.
All
Get
the fresh air. That's the best thing for you. So, so here you go. That's why we call it a sanatorium, because you're right to come here. You're sane. You can go outside and have a great time and be cured. No, you died. It didn't matter.
Yeah, very crazy.
But because there was no known treatment, they didn't know how to get rid of this, and tuberculosis spread like wildfire. This was, if you think COVID was bad, hold my beer. This was fucking nasty. This killed like like hundreds of thousands of people.
5,000 people, at least 5,000 people died in this institution.
In this institution.
Imbecile.
Waverly Hills, at least 10,000 died. And that's just two of the, but the thing of it is, because they went from being, these huge hospitals with hundreds and hundreds of beds, and then all of a sudden streptomycin comes out.
Yeah.
And they cure it. And tuberculosis is cured. And then they don't need these places anymore. So they just shut down. They just no more people. They just died. They either died or they were cured, and they didn't, didn't have to be there anymore. So these hospitals just went abandoned.
Yeah. They turn it into a mental health facility.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing with this. This was they turned this one into an assisted living facility.
This is strange.
Living facility, sorry.
Yeah. But you're right. But they
it was
didn't
also
have,
mental health.
Yeah, they didn't have enough people. So the state and this Lee Allen company, they came together and they went, oh yeah, I could repurpose this and make this an assisted living facility. And they went, okay, cool. Here's some money. And then they went and built the place. And then all of a sudden they realized they didn't have enough people.
Yeah.
So the state went, well, since you guys don't have enough people, we're going to send people from the insane asylums over to you.
Yeah.
Because we paid you for those beds, so we're going to use them.
Yep.
And so then you got elderly people
living
who are in need of
Joseph.
who are having their final days, that are in their punitive life, they're getting ready to take their final breaths. And then you've got these fucking maniacs. Then you got these people that came over from the insane asylum that are obviously mentally ill.
Yeah.
That they're living alongside them. Dogs and cats living together. It's mass hysteria.
And they just started treating these people like shit.
Yeah, no, because they couldn't. They
started having sex with their patients.
Yeah. They were having sex with their patients. They didn't take care of them. They had no idea where they were.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
it's crazy.
If you guys are committed, let me know. I'll drive the bus. No problem. Winter progress. Yeah. No, that the caves are not a good spot for tuberculosis patients in the summertime. Great. But no, that's just horrible. But dude, so and then all of a sudden they're getting lawsuits. Shit starts happening. People start disappearing and dying.
Yeah. I mean, you talked about the one that they found hanging in the tree. They also found one dead in a fucking creek.
Yeah.
I mean,
because they couldn't keep track of them. There's a thing on your, what is that?
I don't know, but you saw me wipe my lens earlier.
Yeah, I'm marking it because I'm like, it's still doing it. It's there again. There's something on your left side of the camera that keeps flipping in I don't know if it's a hair from one of your huskies or what, but
I don't know, because I wiped it again.
It's so weird.
I'm not seeing a hair. Weird. Kind of glad it happened again, but
yeah, I'm kind of glad it happened while we were recording. But yeah,
it is a recipe for the paranormal.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely. I mean, normally you get just the tuberculosis patients, and then that ends up being a really haunted place like Waverly Hills.
Yeah.
Or you get the asylum patients like Pennhurst. And you get that. Or you get the assisted living facility like Linda Vista.
Where
you get those patients. This one has a trifecta. It's got all three wrapped into one beautiful bow of death and sadness that, and at least two instances where they couldn't take care of their patients.
Yeah.
With the tuberculosis patient, they were doing, like I said, they were doing experimentation on them where they would put
fill bags and push their body
in their lungs. Yeah, and they would blow like bags, they would blow balloons inside their lungs
Yeah.
to try to, and it's like,
and
my
push their
God.
organs into small cramped places into their body, creating, of course, tons of pain doing it. Jesus. I mean, they were doing some nasty shit. The only thing they weren't doing was lobotomizing people in this place.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I did not read about. They did not lobotomize anybody in this place, either
Yeah,
whether it be a mental health institution or
even though it became an asylum, and that was what they did with the residence building, which I think is this one. This one became the mental health ward where they did the
fucking the nurses station there. Jesus Christ.
the nurses station. I have an aerial view of that. So that's that cross building right there.
I'm not sure.
And they call that Shadow Hall.
Shadow
because
Hall.
there's so many shadow figures that are seen at the same time.
And at the nurses station, you can see down every single corridor. You can look down every single one.
It's unknown.
Dead center. It is literally like the hospital. You bring your gear there, and it just goes off crazy. I mean, lung lobotomy is a great way to put it, Bill.
Yeah, lungotomy. Yeah,
lung lobotomy. Yeah, lungotomy.
Lungotomy.
The place is fucking crazy.
But yeah, it's crazy, and there's so many buildings, and every building has shadow figures.
Yeah, the admissions
every building has shadow figures.
Adams Hall. I mean,
the administration building, the tunnels. And of course,
let's not forget, they have tunnels that connect every building together.
Come over here.
Yep.
What's interesting is the least haunted place on the whole fucking grounds. I mean, they have paranormal things happening there, but nothing like the buildings themselves.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can think of is these weren't used for patients at all. But man, that place is fucking crazy.
But I think, once they were, this seems like, kind of like what they did with Waverly Hills, where they would take them out the tunnels when they died, so they didn't show how many deaths they had. They utilized the tunnels to get from building to building and get rid of all the dead.
I would think so, but they don't necessarily really talk about it that way.
No, but yeah, the underground tunnels, it's actually the least active, which is unusual for any of these locations that we've talked about. But
I mean, they're fucking scarier and shit being down there. They're just
so
closed in tunnels, but
people get an unsettling feeling when they're in there. They hear loud bangs, and a lot of times your camera batteries get drained.
Yeah, a lot of camera drainage, malfunctioning and blipping out that happens there.
But intelligent responses of
hearing people coughing and wheezing.
Yeah.
Like the dead fucking
that happens.
Patients.
Why did you come?
Disembodied voices, shadow figures, icy cold, so cold spots all over, sounds of coughing and wheezing. The residential building, shadow figures are seen on every floor.
Every floor.
And spirits give intelligent audio responses during EVP, spirit boxes, and other word-based equipment. They love to respond.
Asshole.
Right?
Funny Ghost Tube. Season 4 starting off with an asshole. All right.
And it's an asshole.
The feeling of being watched all throughout this place.
All throughout the place.
And the multitude of shadow figures that aren't just seen, but caught on camera is phenomenal.
Caught on camera. Dude, it's crazy. I grabbed just a couple of samples. And speaking of, K-Man says, we turned Waverly Hills into a haunted resort where you can pay to stay the night. And that's the way it is here. You can pay to stay the night.
Yeah.
And Corey's here. What's up, Corey?
Loki, what's going on? I already fucked up the names.
That's what she said. Um, but yeah, dude.
Yeah,
So the Adams Hall is the admissions area now.
Evil.
yes.
And it's known to be one of the most haunted buildings on the site.
Yeah,
Where-
very
So
black.
patients who are admitted to this area suffering from tuberculosis, treated in a harsh and inhumane manner. Visitors have reported feeling uneasy while walking through the admission area, with some claiming that they have seen ghostly apparitions lurking in the shadows. The energy within the admissions area is described as dark and unsettling, and a female apparition has been seen in full on the first floor, watching people as they enter the front door.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
And there's been multiple reports of a female walking around this place, and I don't know
Mhm.
if it's the same person.
Yeah.
Blessed.
I think there might be a few of them. I think
Assholes are
there
not
might.
supposed to be attention.
Yes, no, they're not.
No,
I
they're
think there
not
might be a
particular
few different female apparitions that people are seeing in this place instead of just it being one.
Yeah. I think, yeah, depending on the building and where you're at, because they've also seen apparitions of women outside.
Yeah, outside.
Outside, just walking
Adam,
the ground.
also in Adams Hall.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, which is the admissions.
it is the admissions building, and then
Yeah.
the old
What's up,
nursing
Rich?
home. Rich, what's going on? And then of course the old nursing
But
home building as well.
nursing homes, the residence building, the psychiatric hospital. Well, the residence building is now the psychiatric hospital.
Yes.
And the 5th floor of the psychiatric hospital is where they kept the more violent patients.
Yeah.
So many
Or they
report
hear footsteps running
hear
up on you.
running up and down the corridors
Medicine.
on each floor of the building, like just running up on you, or running on the floor above, or running on the floor below.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
and then you have the laundry room.
Yeah.
You are listening.
Yes, I'm listening.
That sounds
Please
like
go.
you're listening to WKRP in Cincinnati. You're listening to Spirits and Spirits. But no, the laundry room is where they
Gemini
see
crochet contest at Floss in Paradise.
they say that's where they get the most poltergeist activity. And again, another woman is seen in there.
Yeah.
The washing machines will turn on by themselves.
Ooh, that's new.
Objects will
Why did you
actually
come?
either be moved or actually literally tossed at you.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, and again, like I said, another female spirit is seen in this area. And of course, more shadow figures are seen in this area as well.
Yep.
The multitude of shadow figures in this place is fucking outlandish. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I don't know of any place, and that's including Penhurst, where so many shadow figures have been seen.
Yes.
I mean, it's phenomenal. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what place had more shadow figures, this place or was it the Round Schoolhouse?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, because
I think it might be this place.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. But yeah, shadow figures are seen in every building. Objects move on their own in every building. Doors slam shut in every
Yes.
building.
And seen slam shut, not just heard.
No, not just heard,
3.
seen.
Yes.
So that's an audio and an object and a poltergeist mark. An investigator was attacked, leaving
Yes.
scratch marks on her body deep enough to draw blood.
Saw a video yesterday where a guy's shirt got yanked so hard it almost pulled him down. Again, there are tons of investigations of this place. I knew about Destination Fear,
Yeah.
but there are so many paranormal investigations of this place now that they've like opened it up for everybody. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. That this to watch him almost get pulled down, like his whole body just
Yeah.
goes whoop. And you see the
Right, yeah.
shirt yank, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's a horse collar tackle, bro. That's 15 yards.
That's 15-yard penalty, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, first one of the game.
Reed, I appreciate that, Mark. 8 people in the chat. Hit the like button.
I appreciate that, Reed.
One of them is me.
One
So,
of Dave.
there's 7 people in the chat.
Dave's fucking with the algorithm.
I'm fucking with the algorithms because it kept showing 0.
Yeah.
But so when Destination Fear was in the administration building, just reading the packet, during the day, that's right.
Yeah.
They heard groans, like actual direct voice phenomena groans.
Yeah.
And it sounded like it was coming from the tunnel.
Yeah.
So they went down to the tunnel with their Ovilus. They set that up, and it said, and it said, what is down here? And the Ovilus said, wicked aggression.
Wicked aggression.
Give it back.
That's
5 likes so far. Let's get it up. Let's get going. Then they said, okay, do you have anything else you want to tell us? And the Ovilus said, get group out.
get everybody out of here. Get them out. Get out of here.
You need to go.
He needs to go before bad shit
And
starts.
this is the thing. They go, I want to show them. So they're like, they just come onto the property. And one of the guys has a thermal.
Yeah. That was Zach Baggins, but
no, this was Destination Fear, guys. When they first, that was Zach Baggins.
moaning
Oh,
because
my ratings are going down. Oh,
we gotta cancel them too.
They found out I was a dick. So okay, so they first go onto the property. They're hitting the psychiatric ward, aka the residence, with the thermal, and check out what they find. And we can talk during this. So
Yeah, this is phenomenal. I mean,
I
you see him, he's like, wait a minute, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. It was like, oh shit. And then, and then they did it again when they went back, because they went back as Project Fear.
Yes, they've gone there twice now.
Yeah.
Behind you.
Again? What the shit? So they went back and they purposely had someone stand out there.
Yeah.
And hit with the thermal, and they caught a shadow figure on the thermal.
Yes. Yeah.
And this one had no heat signature. Check this out.
Yeah, zooming in.
Watch the flow right below the heat signature. Boom.
Yeah, boom. And it just super low.
Super low, shoom. And that was a cold signature, so that wasn't an animal.
Yeah. But it's crazy. Looks like it has a fucking tail.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. This
Medicine.
this place might be the highest shadow figure place we've ever talked about.
I mean,
I don't have to fix a score, but dude, this Indiana State.
Yeah.
I knew which place you were talking about when you brought it up. I knew which place you're talking about, and the audios that come through, the shadow figure, it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, shadow figure image. I grabbed this.
Okay, Dave's got one. Oh yeah, I like this one.
And I'm like, dude, yeah, I see a figure like, hello.
Poking his head up like, hey, how you doing?
And it was weird. One of the
Demon.
when I did this hallway, I actually saw something in this hallway. even though it doesn't look like there's anything in the picture, I see someone standing here. So I don't know where this is in, in Indiana State, but when I found this picture, I'm like, dude, I see a figure there. But if I look real close, I don't make it out. But I just first glance, I'm like, dude, I see a shadow figure.
All the way on
Like,
the left, mid-level.
yeah, all the way on the left in the back, like standing there. And then I'm like, I don't know, I was tripping out on it. But if I look closely, I almost debunk myself, and I'm like, no, I don't really see anything, but I can feel it. Like I can feel something standing there. But I also have a couple of audios.
Oh, Dave's got audio.
I tried to make this one out, but this was apparently a direct voice response, a DVP of someone, of an entity saying bullshit, and I was trying to get it. So I slowed it down. I enhanced the audio. I still can't quite make that out. I know there's something said under that breath, under their voice, but I couldn't quite make it out. So I'm not going to put 100% on it saying bullshit, but it's funny. Check this out.
Because there's all kinds of debris. Because there's all kinds of debris. Because there's all kinds of debris.
There's something there. It could say bullshit.
Yeah, it could say bullshit. I hear like a buh, like a but I don't know if that's bullshit because I slowed it down, I enhanced the audio, I tried everything I could except talking to Ralph to try to get to where I could hear that. I do hear something, but I can't confirm that says bullshit.
Interesting.
And he calls bullshit on bullshit. The last thing is an Estes recording that I grabbed a piece of. It's just audio, but a very intelligent response. And that's what it was throughout this whole investigation. So check this out.
What do you need help with? Getting out.
Getting out.
Getting out. What do you need help with? Because it was like, help me. And it was like, what do you need help with? Getting out.
Getting out. Get me the fuck out of here.
And then right after that, the group saw a shadow figure move from one hallway on the right through the wall to the hallway on the left. But it wasn't captured on camera. But they just freaked out. So much that the dude that was in the headphones took off the headphones because they were screaming.
Wow.
And he jumps up the stair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So it was a trip, but there's more of that stuff, bro. There's a whole bunch of, there's some good evidence. They've done some, in just the last, cause the lady bought it like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. And this is just what they've recorded in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
With the activity.
Yeah. It's very crazy. It's because it sat dormant for so long, and then finally, like someone's buys it and opens up to, hey, go check it out. And fucking Destination Fear team went in there and like it just fucking exploded after that.
Blew the roof off the place. Yeah, and it's just been like crazy.
It's one of those places that feels like you can't go in there without catching something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many investigations I watched on this place now, where just their initial walkthroughs, direct voice, the amount of direct voice phenomenon that you can audibly hear.
Yeah, just baseline, broad daylight.
Yeah,
audio recordings. Oh no, I've got one more thing. They have experienced stuff in outside in the courtyard. Like, I mean, besides the the apparition walking around.
Yeah.
Like they'll be out there, and of course they get an uneasy feeling, like, because you feel like you're being watched through the whole area. If you're out there for any length of time, you'll start to hear voices talking, but there's nobody around.
No one around you.
And then in the woods just next to it, you can hear branches breaking, but there's nobody there.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. The woods around this place are said to be just as haunted as the location itself.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you think? All
Three.
these, I guess there's 3, but I mean, yeah. How many people have gone out to the woods and died?
Yeah. Trying to escape the fucking horrible conditions that they're living in.
Or, were they trying to escape or were they drawn there by something?
Yeah. Or
That's what I'm wondering.
That too.
All right. What do you think? You ready to score this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw some numbers on this place.
Okay. So standard scoring system applies.
Yeah.
We're talking residual haunts. What do you think here?
I went 9 here.
So did I.
I went 9 here. I like the residual. I'm not sure about the woman yet. I kind of gave her points in different categories because I think there's
so did I, but we think it's multiple entities. So I think there are some residuals, but I think there are some intelligent
the
ladies as
coughing
well.
and the wheezing and things like that. I think are very much I think there's a lot of residual going on here. Is it a 10? No, I don't believe so. I think we have talked about places that have a more higher residual haunt to them, but I thought 9 was a very good score for the residual.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys are talking about I'm often talking to myself with no one around. Yeah. Me too.
Me too. That's the only way I can get the answers that I want.
Why is he here?
Oh, he's
because, well, I guess I'm supposed to with the most.
Don't leave me.
See, no, I won't leave. Okay. Intelligent. What do you think about the intelligent haunt here?
Okay. I was originally at a 7.
Okay.
I think, to tell you the truth, I think this might match up with the residual. I think this might be a 9.
I think it's close. I started at a 6, but I'm at least an 8 after talking about the stuff. I'm at least an 8.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to go 8. And
I do like an 8. I think 7 was just a little bit too low for this place.
Low. I think 9's a little bit too high, but really close. Like, I mean, really like 8.4. Like I could really round it up if I wanted to.
I mean, just the amount of shadow figures that's going on here, the multitude of women that are being seen walk around, the direct voice responses that people are getting, leading people where to go and where not to go. It's just phenomenal. Phenomenal things that are happening here. I do like 9 better than 8, but I can go 8. We'll go 8 here.
Okay. Like I said, we could go 8.5, but that's up to you. If you want to keep your 9.
No, we'll go 8. We'll go 8.
Okay. All right. So what do you think of the poltergeist activity?
Poltergeist activity is good. I mean, it really is good. I'm at 2. 9s and 10s are out of my league.
I'm a high 6 at best, bro.
Please leave.
Please leave. Fine. We're gonna leave in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poltergeist is really good.
Yeah.
I love the laundry room. I love the doors slamming. I love the people being touched. I know you put more points in that than I do, but I do like it. I love the battery drainage and the video blips that are happening where it's affecting people's equipment. I was originally at a 7. I think I should be at an 8.
Okay. I was originally at an 8, so I think I'll stay right there and match you. But yeah.
All right. Non-human, I probably underscored, so I'm gonna let you go first here. Dave went 10. See,
I went 10. I mean, at first I was like,
What year is it?
I was at an 8, And then I start thinking about the multitude of shadow figures that's happening.
I was thinking about that too. And originally I was at an 8, but I'm like, dude, shadow figures in every building.
And
in the
it's
nurses
not just
station,
quantity here though, too. It's quality.
because you get like stuff going on, and the shadow figures are seen on
Yes.
camera. We have camera footage, we have video footage from just about everybody that's gone there.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, everybody that's gone there pretty much has captured a shadow figure
On camera, whether it be
On
photo
camera.
or video.
I want to stay.
Video. They've captured a shadow figure. So yeah, if it was just about the quantity, because we talked about it, if it's just about a quantity, yeah, probably 8. But
Yeah.
these shadow figures are engaging, they're intelligent, they do shit. And sometimes you see multiple shadow figures at the same time
Yeah.
in different directions. So yeah, it had to be a 10.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. 10 for the shadows, the non-human here. Now, I don't necessarily think there could be something demonic here, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I'm thinking it's more just non-human. I don't see demonic here, or I don't sense demonic here.
Yeah, there is some aggression in this place,
There's aggression, there's violent. I think there's human that has changed to non-human here.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
Yeah.
The history of this place. Dave, you did the history of this place. I'm gonna let you go first. How did you feel about the history of this place? It was kind of multitude of different things, different ownership.
Chaotic.
I did like it. It doesn't quite go back that far.
No, what 1905, I think they said.
Yeah, it goes back to 1905 when they, and that was when they signed the bill. They actually built the thing in 1909.
And April will be 113 years in service, or being standing, anyways. I think.
Yeah. But I think I like, generally those places usually close down and then they're abandoned ever since, and nobody touches them. But it was repurposed, done as the assisted living facility and mental
Why is she
facility.
here?
Yeah.
So, and then there was issues with that as well, where they had problems and they closed down. And I liked how when they closed down, they just left all their equipment and shit. They just left. They just
left.
dipped. They pulled a Roanoke and they just bailed.
Yeah, they're gone.
So, I mean, ultimately I went 7 for the history, but I think an 8 probably is more appropriate.
Yeah, that's where I was at. I was at a 7 here as well.
Yeah.
But I 8 is actually, I think 8 is a good score for the history.
You were funny.
You're funny. That was mine.
You're funny.
You're funny.
You're
No,
funny.
you're funny.
You're funny.
I was like, you know what? I can go a little bit higher, because of the stuff.
Yeah. So I'm kind of with you there. I think 8 is a good score for the history. I was at a 7 as well, and I think with the multitude of I don't want to say multitude, with the different things it was and the things that happened there, I think it deserves that little extra bump there. Manifestations here has to be nothing but a 10.
Yeah, I agree.
The multitude of shadow figures, the multitude of women being seen walking around, is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I was originally at an
Open
8,
it.
and I'm like, no, it's got to be a 10. There's just so many shadow figures. I didn't even talk about the flashing lights that they see.
Oh yeah,
they see flashing lights, like flashing lights in hallways
power
and stuff.
place.
There's no power in the place, and they see flashing lights.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's got to be a 10. I way underscored that. I'm also a 10 for the audio. I love the audio of this place.
I was a 10. This was actually a pretty easy score.
This was an easy 10. Yeah, this was an easy 10.
The amount of direct, not just EVPs, but the amount of direct voice
audio and intelligent responses, not just like
response. Yeah.
The coughing and wheezing and the doors slamming shut and the footsteps, and there's just so much variety, and it's happening in every building. I'm just I was floored by the audio here. I think it's really
That's the other
good.
thing. The footsteps. I don't know if that's residual or intelligent.
I think it's
The way they
intelligent because
run
it
up
runs up
on
on
people
you. Yeah. I think it runs up on people. I think it's intelligent.
is
But
crazy.
I had to give a point to residual on that, but I gave 2 points to intelligent because I think that was more intelligent than residual.
Yeah. How'd you end up on the feels?
How?
Because I ended up at a 9 here. And I think I could be wrong because I think about the poltergeist activity. I believe if you could touch something, you could touch me. So you're gonna be a
I
5,
want
right?
to stay.
Yeah. Now
And then I think about the woman being scratched, the guy's shirt being tugged, and what's going on there, and the always being watched, the feeling of dread, the icy cold spots.
Mhm.
Uh, I I don't it feels like it can be a 10.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
I did go a 10, but I really squeaked the 10. It was barely a 10.
Being cheesy. Uh, I think it's deserving of a 10, but it's a true 10, right? It's not
It's
beyond 10.
it is an exact 10.
Cable.
Where audio is probably more like a 13 or 14.
Yeah.
I think the feels is a true 10. Just
Yeah. Absolutely. Objects here, I don't think I gave enough credit to. You're an 8, I'm a 3, I'm a caveman after all. uh
yeah.
Objects, I don't think I gave enough credit here. Um I went 7 here. I think it should be higher,
Yeah.
with the camera situations that are happening, the affected of equipment, the doors slamming, the washing machine turned on, the things being thrown at you and tossed, or
Mhm.
just even moving.
Or just
I mean,
moved, just
I
being moved on their own.
I think
Um
objects here should probably be a 9.
yeah.
Dang.
I went I don't think it's not deserving of a 10. I went 9 on this, and I also, with the because they absolutely love to
You are
utilize
funny.
the audio equipment. Like
Yes.
they actually
They wanna talk.
any audio equipment you take into the residential building, they will respond.
Yeah. They
So
wanna talk to you.
it loves equipment so that they can talk to you. So yeah, I had to throw an extra point to that. So I ended up going 9 on it. Bill
Watch
says a washing machine turned on without power is a freaking 20.
you do have a pretty good point there. You do have a
Pretty
pretty
good
good
point.
point. I understand where you're coming here, Bill. That
I
that
I
are
agree.
we
I agree, but we have to, an object can only get 2
Where
points.
am I?
uh, my wife would wholeheartedly agree with you. She'd probably put 10s in every single category.
Yeah.
Because
We've
because
we've
this
got
is
to be
obvious.
just a little bit more critical. We can't give everything 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah. Okay. Speaking of critical, what did you think of the danger? We're on the
No, I
last
do
one.
believe there is danger in this place. This is
Yeah.
not
Disrespectful.
this is oh, I don't know why that's disrespectful because I said it's not a 20. Fuck you. Uh,
Especially if there's water and it wasn't even hooked up.
uh
Um,
that the there is a presence of hostility here. There's a
yes.
presence of aggression.
Yes.
There's people have been not just pulled on and touched, they've been scratched.
Yeah.
Uh, I
I might.
originally went 7, but
That's what I did.
I think I'm gonna go 8 though.
I think I'm gonna go 8. I originally went 7, and then I thought about what if those people who escaped and
How?
ran into the forest were drawn there
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah.
If that's paranormal in any way, it deserves merit. So yeah, I'm agreeing. I'm gonna go 8 too and match that. Dude, that's a good score, bro.
Judge.
I forgot to
And
add
it
my
just said judge. Yes, we are judging this.
What's the final
Watching
score?
you.
The final score for Indiana State Sanatorium is 90.
Wow. I was originally at 78. I forgot to add up my original score. That's what I was doing. I was originally at a 78. And I went up 12 points. Wow. Yeah.
I was originally at an 82, so I went up 8 points.
Yep, 12 points to a 90, 78 to a 90. You're at 82. That's still, we were only 4 points off from our
Yep.
original. And I don't think I talked you down. And you definitely didn't talk me down. It was both of us talking each other up. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Yep, for sure.
What location has your highest overall score? That belongs to Fort Leavenworth. No?
Not anymore, bro.
Oh, that's right.
That belongs to Alcatraz.
That belongs to Alcatraz. That is right. Oh shit. That's right.
Alcatraz. Fort Leavenworth was our highest as of last season.
Yeah.
But Fort Leavenworth is now in second place to Alcatraz. Alcatraz has a 97 and has the highest score on our countdown. And a lot of that is because John and I have both been there.
Yeah, we have our personal experiences
We have
there.
our personal experiences there. But yeah, otherwise, yeah. Fort Leavenworth.
If I had to think about 90s, and the last 90 that we talked about was the Queen Mary, which will be on Scare Network soon. This kind of does match up that way.
Yeah,
it really does. It really does.
Yeah,
and I like the score. I like the score.
Yeah, the Queen Mary and the Villisca Axe Murder House both got 90s.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
I'm okay with that.
All I gotta say is the final question of the night. Is this place a paranormal experience, or is this place haunted? This place is haunted.
It's haunted, bro.
This is haunted.
This is haunted. I absolutely believe you can get a paranormal experience here. This is the one place where I think any investigator goes here, they're going to get a shadow figure.
Not likely.
Maybe not likely, but I think it is.
I think it is likely.
I think this has the best chance of you, no matter when you go to investigate, you're going to catch a shadow figure.
But this is crazy though, right? So this is a 90, but yeah. I'm not. This place is fucking haunted.
I'm not fucking
like that with this place.
And I think it's not as dangerous as some of the other places.
Even though, I mean, yeah, it does have a high danger score of an 8.
I mean, there's a danger of you being attacked.
Yes, there's an aggression level here.
There's an aggression level. There's danger, but death.
Yeah, no. And there's places we've talked about that you can straight out die at, and you don't want. I mean, I say go to those places still, but
yeah, just be careful, cautious. Be very cautious when you. I mean, like the Bell Witch Cave. I think the Bell Witch Cave is fucking haunted. That's crazy, bro. Now that's got our third highest score of all time with a 94.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's higher than Penhurst.
I think it's got a high 94, doesn't it? Because didn't we just hit a 94 with like the Stanley?
93.5 with
93.5 with Stanley. Okay, it was a round up.
And also Brushy Mountain.
94, yeah. No, that was 93.5. Yeah. Yep. That's right.
And then Suicide Forest 91.5.
Yeah. So I mean, we got some high scoring places.
I told him.
But like the Round Schoolhouse, I think the
Why did you come?
Is fucking haunted, but it's only an 87.5.
Yeah. And guys, we're gonna talk about a place exclusively for Scare Network.
I don't know what I would score it. I think this place for Scare Network is the most concentrated paranormal energy that I've ever read about.
it's good. This place, that place, it has the potential of being,
because
man.
it,
Now,
it,
so this season for Scare Network, we're going to be actually taking a look at the places that Scare Network themselves, with Billy and Sean and Eric and those guys, have investigated. Now, we're going to do our own research on those places, of course.
Knife.
we
But
always
we're
do.
also we're also going to be sharing the experiences for those documentaries, paranormal documentaries on there, and give them a
Sorry.
true paranormal review and score like we do on our lives here. But strictly for Scare Network, their locations, that's going to be a lot about what that season for Scare Network is going to be. I hope you guys watch them, because I know a lot of you guys are watching their stuff. I know a lot of you guys are watching their stuff, and we're gonna go in, we're gonna break them down, we're gonna share some clips of their investigations, and like I said, we'll do our own research, and we'll give it a very non-biased review on this point system here, and break those down. But Scare Network, again, folks, if you guys aren't already watching, it's a free service. You can watch it completely free with some ads, or you can pay the $4.99 a month for the premium and not have to deal with ads at all. But they do tons and tons of stuff, whether it be paranormal documentaries and investigations, or true crime documentaries, freaking independent horror films. I mean, if it's horror, if it's monster, if it's paranormal, Scare Network is the place to watch it, because that is exactly what they focus on.
Yep.
It's the only place like it. Those guys over there are freaking amazing, and want to thank them for allowing us to be part of their family. And I can't wait to talk about the Bel Air house, because that place is fucking phenomenal.
Hey.
That's crazy. But yeah, you guys go over to scarenetwork.tv and get a subscription if you haven't already, because it's free. And you can also get one via the Roku app. They are working on Amazon Fire,
They got some
Android,
bugs with their
iPhone.
launching their own stuff. They're not, going third-party provider anymore. They're doing it all on their own. So they do got some hiccups still. The Roku app seems to be the one that's working the best right now. Amazon Fire Stick is their next thing. It's going to be kind of launched out there. They got a couple things that they got to work on, but it seems to be working pretty good on my television right now. I mostly watch it on my laptop through there. But they're going to have the Apple TV, Google TV,
Android,
which is
Android and
Chrome,
iOS. They're going to have
Android and
it
iOS apps. Yeah, they're going to bring out the apps for Android and Apple. So it's going to be awesome. Bill, appreciate you going over there and signing up. Oh my God, Parsons, Naked Experiments. I am checking that out. Yes.
Don't check out the Naked Experiment where I'm on it, because you don't want to see that.
Yeah,
That'd be scary. They'd be like, oh, this is a monster show.
yeah. Sorry, I
But
thought about something else, but okay, go ahead, Dave.
But yeah, so we also want to thank Spotify for podcasting, because they take the audio portion of this podcast and they put it out on Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. They do it all for free. They sponsor us. They give us more sponsors once we get more followers. So if you guys haven't already, go to Spotify, give us a follow. We really appreciate it. And then you can listen to us on any of those platforms, but it's the ones on Spotify that give us the record so that Spotify can give us more sponsors. So we want to thank Spotify for podcasting for setting us up on that.
Yeah, appreciate that. And of course, we want to thank StreamYard. Without StreamYard, you wouldn't be able to see us in all these beautiful locations all at one time, whether it be your Facebook, your YouTube, or even Instagram. You can follow us there on the Facebook, Spiritual Spirits at JD, even Twitter at Spiritual Spirit, Instagram, Spiritual Spirits 13, and of course, YouTube at Spirits with Spirits. Without them, you wouldn't be able to see us live on all those locations all at one time. Wilkie came over and said hello on the Instagram. Appreciate that. Corey Reed. Corey.
Corey
Yeah. I got it right. I wasn't sure. But without them, you wouldn't be able to get to see our beautiful faces everywhere talking about all this great stuff. So thank you, StreamYard, for that. But man, I can't even tell you what's happening next week because me and Dave are gonna go live.
We're going
Yeah.
live on Instagram
We're gonna
right
go
now
live
after this show,
specifically on Instagram.
and we're gonna discuss it because we have not planned our month out yet. we're gonna do aliens. We're gonna do haunted objects
or
cursed objects or
cursed
whatever.
objects,
We're gonna
attached objects, whatever you want to call them.
and
of course,
dude, I'm gonna
our-
throw you for a loop because my first cursed object, I have an idea. We're gonna discuss it on Instagram,
Bad.
but I think it's not bad. I'm gonna throw you for a loop because
It's-
I don't think you're gonna expect what I'm throwing.
It's gonna be a little different because we're gonna kind of go from like paranormal location to cursed object to aliens, back to paranormal location to cursed object to aliens. So it's not gonna be we're gonna be toning down a little bit of the paranormal investigation and focusing on these other two at the same time. So you'll get an equal amount of different things here. K-Man says if you check that out, I would be haunted in my dreams and Dave doing the helicopter. Yes.
Garden.
Or Gordon.
But no, garden. David,
Garden? Oh, it
Dave
sounded like
in the garden.
Gordon. Sorry.
But we're getting ready to kick off here. We appreciate everybody that listens and watches us live. We appreciate everybody that goes out there and listen to us and watches on the replay. We love all you guys. We appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. Without you guys, it wouldn't be as fun. Love the interactions. Bill, good night. We appreciate you showing up. It's always
brother.
a pleasure when you join in. Wilkie, Corey, always you and Reed, Spicy over there. You guys are amazing. Guy, can't say enough about you. You're awesome. And tell Miss Caveman she's awesome as well. But we appreciate everybody that listens and watches, whether it be the replay or us live. And again, check out the TikTok at Spirits of Spirits 13. It's funny I set it up, but Dave always remembers what it's called.
I always remember.
Spirits 13. We appreciate all the feedback we're getting over there. We're loving the likes and the views and everything we're getting over there. In fact, we just got offered the business account through TikTok for the Spirits of Spirits page. So might be something new we have to look into.
Yes, let's discuss. But yeah, I like that. I like putting the history videos and stuff like that on there. So that's been a lot of fun.
Great.
And you guys, if you want to, you can go back and actually watch the history and lore videos that we did in season 3.
Goodbye.
Go to the Figueroa. We'll see you later. But yeah, we've got that on our YouTube channel and on TikTok, so you guys can check that out.
Yeah, you can always check those. You hear Dave's After Dark voice coming down, talking about some history of these places and things that we're talking about. But guys, we're gonna get out of here. What a great episode for start off season 4 with.
Good start.
Good choice there, Dave. Man, let's nail the coffin and
nail the coffin and make like a baby and head out.
Make like a baby, head out. Kick the dog in the rear out the door.
Dog in the rear. And make like a tree. And
get cut down. It's making noise. I'm telling you that much.
So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week. We'll be back on Friday next week. Tune in next week for our next episode of Spirits with Spirits, and also be ready for February because our 100th episode will be
How do you feel?
Friday, February 2nd, and we've got a big surprise, big show in store. So I'm looking forward to that. But until then, we're going to say good night. Thank you so much. God bless. We'll see you next time on the
Appreciate y'all.
Podcast.